Chris, what's your reaction to the position you now find yourself in, taking charge of the team in the final day?
Yes, listen, that's a great question.
Thanks.
a lot of thoughts going through your head. I think first and foremost, as a football club, as people and staff at the football club, and especially myself, we can only be thankful for what Derek McInnes has done for the football club, and his staff members as well. It's been a long journey, but a good journey, in my opinion. If you really think about it, his first game was at Queen of the South away, and then we were playing at Copenhagen away. So that just tells you the achievements that he done at the football club. So, and I know we'll act in the right way as a football club. We'll be respectful, and we know that when we go back on it and reflect in the seasons that it's been successful. So, from my own point of view, it's been a little bit strange, I'm not going to lie, but one that ultimately in football you just have to take it on and go for it, and whatever you've been asked from the board or whatever who's asked you is the fact that I need to help the players. We've got a game to prepare for against a good team, so as much as that happens in football where you're unfortunately losing good people and good staff, and I would like to think we'll be friends for the rest of our lives, that if we have to move on quickly and to really focus on the game against Hearts, because it's a short turnaround. We have to make sure the players are prepared properly, they're well rested, and then we can look at then a squad selection for that game.
The inevitable question for you, and you've not even had a game yet, is, given your coaching career to date and the success you've had, do you see yourself as being either somebody that could take on that job or somebody that would like to be part of a team maybe doing that?
That's another good question.
I'm on a roll here.
Listen, and I probably thought that I was going to get asked that question as well, and that's probably one that I can't answer, because one, I'm new in my journey. I know things happen and things change really quickly and opportunity comes, but also the fact that I'll probably know a lot about myself after the next couple of days, whether that's at the club where you are part of the first team staff, whether I go back to my own role, whatever it is, I'm just here to help the football club, and at this moment in time my objective is to make sure that this football club is in the right way for the next game. So it's really difficult to answer that question, and I'm giving you that honest assessment answering that.
Just a final one, we asked David, from his point of view and his experience at this club, what a Kilmarnock manager needs to bring to not only sort of stay still but to progress the club. What do you think?
I think what we've done over the past 4 seasons has been good. I think that we've showed a progression, and then it's obviously then ultimately try to keep pushing as a club to demand of ourselves more. Ultimately everybody's a little bit disappointed that you don't make the top 6, but there's circumstances behind that. So you're always making sure that can you compete against the top teams in this league, and then see where that takes you. So for me, it's all about making sure you have that fight in you as a Kilmarnock player. Show energy, which is really important, and you show that little bit of edge. I think that little bit of powerful quality that a player can have. You can make sure that you're fighting for your teammates. You make sure that you show energy in the pitch, but ultimately you still want quality in the pitch as well. And I think that's what the manager or the next manager will be looking for.
There was some chants by supporters directed towards Derek last night. We just feel, given what he's done for this football club, him leaving, he shouldn't sour what he has achieved at this football club.
I think that's what my first question when I get asked about it. I think when we digest it and we take the emotions out it, I think Andy Robertson said, I don't know if you listened to his interview about Trent Alexander-Arnold, I thought that was a great explanation of how he spoke about his friend, and I'm the same. So I think it's really important that, one, we don't get caught too much in the emotion, and really reflect on what the good parts were and the successful parts were that what the manager and the coaching staff brought to this group. He's created a great culture, makes my position a lot easier and Craig Clark's position a lot easier, and other staff members that will have to lean on a lot easier. I know some people don't see that, but internally you see that day in, day out. So I think it's really, really important to just think about it and reflect after the season. But ultimately, everybody knows in my position, and the fact is that a friend, a mentor, and what he brought to this football club was successful.
I know you won't have had much time to process it, but just how much are you looking forward to the opportunity to step out in the dugout on Sunday?
I'm just hoping it's not as warm. Just deciding whether to wear a hat or not. So hopefully the weather dies down a bit. Listen, I've not really thought about that, I'll be honest. My first initial thought is obviously after what's happened, is how do I help the players? How do I get that workload into them to make sure that they're ready and prepared, mentally, they know the detail of how Hearts play. Again, I said I'd lean on staff members and that, and I will do, so I have not thought one thing about that. And I think that's a good thing as well. You just have to, don't overthink it. It's a game of football. We're going to try and win the game. It's an important game. It's a game that hopefully the fans will come in their numbers, will be excited, and we can maybe top off the season with a victory at home at Rugby Park.
Do you feel that, going back to Derek, do you feel it could have ended a bit better? Could have been handled perhaps a little bit better in terms of his time leaving the club?
I think again, you're probably I'm answering a question that's already been asked. I think we have to just look at it and assess it as time goes on. I'm not going to say here that X, Y and Z stuff happened better, because I don't know the ins and outs of everything, and I think that would be wrong of me to explain anything. So for me, I just want to focus on the team, and as much as we want to talk about obviously the manager and what's happened, I think there'll be a time and place for that maybe as time goes on, but at this moment in time I would be doing myself an in-service, the football club an in-service, if I didn't really talk about the game that's coming. I don't want the players in that changing room thinking that we're just talking about situations that we can't affect at this moment in time. We have to talk about, it's a good game that we're looking forward to on Sunday, because Hearts are a good team, but so is Kilmarnock. So I'm really, really looking forward to that challenge.
Putting the mess aside, Chris, how excited are you now, obviously, from taking your manager's hat off now, as a dad last night, Cole getting his debut, must have been a proud moment for you? Yeah,
of course it was. It was a very proud moment. I think myself, my wife, my parents were there, my auntie was there, so we were in there way end, just thinking, is he going to get on or not? When obviously we had the sending off, you're thinking, maybe that's not that opportunity. So yeah, as a parent, you're thinking, yes, all the emotions of that is brilliant. Yeah. Just puts me a wee bit more under pressure now to maybe include him in the squad. So we'll assess the squad as it is, and we'll pick it from there. But no, if you're asking me as a father, obviously it's a proud moment.
Obviously with the Killie fans, you're an absolute cult hero now for everything you've done with the club. The fans are right behind you now, Chris, because we know how much the club means to you. We know that you won't shy away from certain media duties, which I feel that the club fans were really let down by in the past. What's your message to the supporters on Sunday, and what can we expect to see from a Chris Burke Kilmarnock team?
You asked a lot of questions there, so you'll have to just wait and see. I'm not going to give anything away, because I'm probably new into the game, and if I give anything away, then that gives Hearts a little bit of an edge. So I'm hoping that me saying this to you, that Liam Fox has maybe scratched his head a little bit more in case I tell you what's going to happen on Sunday and what the team is going to look for. I know for a fact that if there's one thing when we turn up on Sunday, that it's going to be electric, there's going to be noise, it's going to be an excellent moment for the football club, and hopefully a special moment after the 90 minutes.